Okay, let's start this deck interview of the BTS, the Diary of Youth Tarot. And it says here, Diary of Youth, guidebook, and it's by Maria Mison and Mara Andros. All their details here, and everything's online, so go check them out if you're inclined. And let's get started with this deck interview. You are mine now. You're my tarot deck. And the deck says Sunburst. I think the equivalent of the sun. Yes, it is the sun card. Very nice. Very nice reaction, deck. I like you. I knew we'd get along. I need you to speak only the voice of the faith and of Venus. Friends. Really? And King of Swords? Seriously? No, that's not card 15. That's card 14. Friends. Okay. So it's going to be a sharp-tongued friend, this deck, because it's number 14, Friends. And this one is about, similar to the relationship of V and Jimin, where you can be very honest with each other. You could be opposites of each other, and you can always tell each other the harsh truths. The keys here for this card is balance, self-evolution, the alchemy of choices, finding the sweet, nourishing spot. A beautiful collision between worlds creates the most cosmic and complex of beings. Look out to bring it all in towards you, the cause and effect of it all. You are an alchemist of these worlds, and in this moment you must synthesize with every gaze, every touch, every evidence of being. This is the deck's reply to, I need you to speak only with the voice of the fates, the goddess Venus. Thank you, deck. Question 3 of the deck interview. So sometimes Mars and Saturn speak to me too. Please let them through. Would you trust the heart's aim? Aim and shoot to follow suit. Let the arrows pass through all the plains of desires. Follow the embers, for this is where you want to be, and there, what you need to do. The stars in those plains will reveal who you truly desire to be. The keys are influence, finding power in your own charm, strength and confidence, acting with compassion instead of control. This is mic drop. But why do I feel like Torni? It kind of feels like fire too, as well as mic drop. Well, similar energy there. But okay, if with Mars and Saturn it's going to be a bolt of fire, then okay. 4th question. In exchange, I promise to take care of you. Ego. Okay, I know. Okay, I understand. It's for my own gain if I take care of you, because you'll last longer. It's just my ego talking. All right, fine. You're acting up already, huh? All right, number 5. You won't rot in a shelf. I will come to you for help. I think it's this card. Oh, seriously? All right, noted. I will use you properly. Moon Dream. I guess I'll have to be extra careful with this deck. Seeing as, it's matte and it does have that smooth feel to it. I definitely need to be extra careful with this deck when it's giving me Moon Dream. Be careful. Not to let anyone through. Is this wands or sword? Is the fire the wands? And this is the sword? But then what is the wands? The wands would be cups. Major arcana. Yeah. Hearts are major arcana. Obviously that's cups. Ah, this is swords. Okay, I'm mixing it up a little bit. Unless I summon someone in particular. Unless I summon someone in particular. Okay, it will comply. It's going to dechuta his behind. Wow, you talk back already when we just met. So that is your first reading. Really? You give me the King of Wands again. King of Wands. King of Wands again. Or would I take responsibility for all action, all consequence? Turn the blaze into warmth before it consumes all that surrounds you. Tame the sparks and turn them into stars that guide those who look up to your throne in the sky. Keys. Transmute energy to something beneficial, a bigger reach. Look out for opportunities, encouraging change. Okay, here's the guide. Ah, the fire is wands, obviously, because it's fire. Cups, swords, and the pentacles is the cross also because it's green. Moving on to the next part of the deck interview about the deck. Diary of Youth deck. Tell me about yourself. What is your most important characteristic? Ooh, 3 of Wands. I like that. And the literal fact that it's a doorway. And the way, I think this is Jin, the way Jin is crossing Jin, wearing the same shirt, a white shirt. Not the same shirt, but you know, a white shirt. And Jin, if this is Jin, which I hope, crossing the doorway here with a white outline seems to, you know, it could be an aura, right? You could see that as, you could interpret that as an aura. 3 of Wands is definitely a crossing the threshold moment when that spark takes form into something more tangible. It's when a construct becomes a reality and something you can now touch, or definitely more than a first step. What are your strengths as a deck? Are you serious right now? You're giving me the same cards. So, you're going to be good at revealing things under the surface, hidden things. Either that or fantasy worlds. You're good at fantasy. Well, given that the Bangtan universe is a fantasy, that kind of makes sense. Number 3 question. What are your limits as a deck? 6 of Swords. Is it because you can't leave it alone? Or is it just because you're just going to walk away? A test of faith in the tracks of fate. Waiting for a train. But how many seasons will you stand wistfully on the dock? Your limit as a deck is setting distance. Determining the optimal variation. Optimum distance for engagement. Boundaries then. Boundaries. Your limit as a deck is enforcing boundaries. Huh. What are you here to teach me? You're here to teach me to call Namjoon. I'm kidding. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. You're here to teach me endurance or holding out. Because it feels to me like this card is like, I know this is different from what the BU means it as, but this is like you want to call somebody, but are you going to call somebody? Are you really going to make contact? But then again, Nine of Wands is about endurance and enduring all the trials and tribulations that come your way, having that, being resolute in the face of adversity. You're here to teach me that. You're here to teach me to persevere in spite of it all. Is that it? Or you're going to be here through thick and thin. That's a bit romantic, deck. I like that. How can I best learn from and collaborate with you? Oh, this card came out the first, yeah, before I started shuffling. When I first shuffled, this one popped out. I'm definitely getting repeating cards. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. Really? I can best collaborate, best learn from and collaborate with you. Nine of Swords. A lot of ruinous thought just circling over and over. So when I'm ruminating, I should use this deck. Is what seems to be the message here. Noted, deck. Noted. What is the potential outcome of our working relationship? This better be good because you gave me the sun earlier. Potential outcome of our working relationship is the Nine of Cups, and it's a tableau photo of the boys. I love that. You've made it across to a vast, luscious land with facilities within your reach. A banquet stands before you, a banner with your name. Before the next journey begins, feast on your life. Be with who you are in this moment, a product of all that was and a foundation of all that will be. Keys. Embrace gratitude, easy blessings, wishes coming true, and satisfaction. It's all good, and I get Tay-Tay. On the back of the deck. Card of the day. Channel. Interesting. This was also the card that struck me the most when girls started posting their daily cards on Instagram. For every being, big and small, high and low, has a message to bring you, and you have been chosen to hear it. Consume the wisdom that seeps through the walls, the cracks and crevices. How you live is how you preach. A cycle of the call and the answer repeats. Keys, wisdom, illumination, awakening, enlightenment, unveiling mysteries, traversing into the inner world. And for the guide questions, return to the river, all cursed wounds, with a call's trail speak, till you hear it. Because to me, this is supposed to be the Magus card. Yeah. Channel. It's supposed to be the Magus card. But instead of that, I know that this conch was used as a horn. But then, to me, it's always been about, it's a symbol for the divine feminine. And that too, calling from a horn, also speaks of like a, you know, the judgment card, being called, the calling, responding to the calling. That's my card of the day from the Diary of Youth Tarot. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.